Charbelcher. Alright, looks good. Nice thing about this hand is that when we go off, we just win. I think I'll just play it tapped. We can roll. We can slow roll. We actually have double copies here, so we can shock in next turn, strike it rich, gamble for a land. Oh, never mind. Okay, we're not gambling for anything. So just next turn. We can pitch strike it rich now. Play out the Reckless Barbarian. Our situation gets much stronger here, and opponent is probably just dead. We're not all one mana spells, my friend. Okay, looks good. Play tap land into possibly Offer Pact or possibly Reckless Barbarian. We'll see how it goes. The problem with playing, like, we need one more land actually for this to be ideal. Okay, there's the land. So I'm gonna play out Reckless Barbarian, I think. Okay, so like here's the options. We could do, I think we do it this way. I think. So now we can play Belcher and have up counter magic. Okay, great, perfect, lovely. Okay, I think we win this time. If that was a Sheltered by Ghost, we'd be fucked. But it's not. So I think we win. Okay, so as soon as you get an opponent's turn, set a breakpoint here. Just in case you have to pack the negation, because you'll forget. So you just set a breakpoint here. Okay, that won't kill us, so we let it in. That's the other reason this deck is strong, because of the synergy with Pact and Negation. There's a lot of stuff that makes this deck tick, and that's like one of the good... You get to run 3 Pact and Negations in this deck, which means that you have it a lot. And once Belcher's out, it's just a free counter spell, as long as you have 3 mana to activate it. So we have Rush into Gamble Offer into Belcher Offer. Okay. So we play this tapped. Next turn we shock in this Gamble Offer. And then the turn after, tap land, Charbelcher, hold up Pact and Negation. Seems like a winning strategy. Take 2. That it? Nice. Okay, shock this in. Full control. Cast Gamble. Offer the Gamble. Pass the turn. I might even offer this spell that he's about to cast. We'll see. But we can. K command for 1 is not worth it because we would ramp him more than he's ramping already. But if K command is for 2 or more, then offer is actually like just to counter the like second half of it. Okay. Alright, here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 4 or 5. He can't destroy our land here. He could Wastegate Battle Mage like our tokens away. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and control click. Do this. Do we just... So we have an option here. We could Pact Offer. I think we just let it in though. So we have 4 mana next turn anyway. 4 mana plus Pact. The only thing is, like, that destroys our shit without us being able to counter it, which is kind of unfortunate, actually. Oh, that solves the problem. That will solve the problem right there. So we have no win conditions, so we don't take hands that don't have win conditions in them, so not here either. Mulligan. Okay, well, unfortunately, we had to go down to 4 cards, so like at this point we don't really have a choice. We can't go down any lower. This at least gives us the option to top deck into a Belcher and cast it into turn if opponent's slow. Okay, that's a Belcher. Blue mana would be good. Any mana would be good. I need a playset of these for Hammer Time. It's another avenue for a potential turn 3 kill to that deck. I don't understand like using the buff spells with these guys because like you're trying to win. You're trying to win by poison counters. Like the buff spells are like now you're. Oh, it rebounds. Okay, okay, fair, fair. You want like at least 2 counters out of every card, basically. Okay, take 2. Short. 3. Oh, okay. I'm dead. Oh, you know, it totally makes sense actually. I think that's cool. I was just thinking that like so it totally makes sense with the Inkamoth Nexus to use the like buff spells. I take it back. That's kind of fun. It's just that there's no other infect creatures except for what? Skithrix in Historic. So like you're devoting a lot to the infect strat in a deck that otherwise is using a toxic strat, and they're like different. Okay, so no, do not want. We have Gamble. We do have Gamble. Tapland. Let's put Strike It Rich back. Tapland. Okay, hear me out. If we just drew a win condition. We're gonna ramp this way first, because if we draw a land, we can just win outright next turn. And if we don't, we can still play out the Reckless Barbarian, and that will stall. But we need 1 mana from anywhere. 1 additional mana. Is it Johnny? Sure. Swings. This is for 2. Land. Land off the top. Come on. Land. Yeah, boy. Alright, so we win. Bonk. Yeah, we can work with this. It's actually pretty good. The only thing is, if we were to draw Pact of Negation, this deck goes crazy hard. Like this hand, the turn 2 kill. If we draw Pact of Negation, otherwise we gotta wait a turn. Okay, that's not great, but at least we have offer. So we'll shock in the blue mana, depending on what he discards here. Gamble would be great. Gamble for surgical. That's our primary way to fight this deck. But we also have offer. The problem is if he has 2 reanimation spells, then offer gives him enough. Oh, he discarded trash. So nothing he can do can go off next turn. So we're just gonna play a tap land. Next turn we'll shock in the red and cast Strike It Rich. Okay, Faithless Looting. Bad discards. Ooh, we just draw it? We just draw it? Okay, well that totally changes the math. Now we don't have to be defensive anymore. So we can just go ahead and cast Strike Rich, offer. Actually, you know what? We have... No. If we do this, we can Ironcrag Feet. Yeah. So we do this because this will allow us to Ironcrag Feet Charbelcher next turn. We can also shock this in and shock this before we try to combo out. Check for counter spells. We're not going to be able to. If he just reanimates Atraxa, do we even care? He's got 1 mana left. Yeah. This gives us hand knowledge too. Like, we could have actually let that in, but there's actually no need. Yeah. So that was an example of that deck not running well and us running pretty good. Although I do still think that usually that deck is advantage versus this deck. It's one of the few decks this deck has a problem with. But that deck has its own problems. Like I said earlier, like, there's kind of a paper rock scissors going. A lot of the decks that are packing enough graveyard hate to make that deck have really big problems are like fodder for this deck. And then after this, I'm gonna make some pizza, and then I'm gonna eat it. So we have ramp and a win condition. I'm gonna keep it. It's not the greatest, but it's also not the worst. If we get blue, it becomes much better. Blue land. But it's got a decent shot even without it. Beautiful. Alright, so... so here's where we play the blue. Should probably played Hydroelectric Specimen instead, but whatevs. Okay, command. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not enough to kill our lands. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and go full control. Pack negate. Offer. Ramp some more. Cross our fingers that he doesn't have Karn, which would be really bad. I'm wondering how important it is. I think it's fine to just shock this in, actually. We're all in this turn, so not super worried. So it actually makes sense, I think, to wait, because there would be the brief, like, we could cast this at the end of his turn, but if he has, like, Boseiju, he could kill it. If we do it like this, then we have enough mana to go off immediately. He can't kill it. So now, we'll just shock this in, go to his turn, and now at the end of his turn, we'll try to combo out. Or even here. Sure. I mean, if he taps out to cast that, we just win on the spot. But there's no need for us to, like, run this into, like, a Warping Whale or something like that. He's obviously going to cast things. Sure. And we can at the very least wait till the end of his turn. We're going to go ahead and use it too. Yeah. Yep. Alright. We can do it. Come on. Sure. It's not great, but it's not terrible. We'll keep it. We have like a slow win. Turn 4, turn 5. But it's like a pretty resilient one. We can force it through with this hand if opponent's trying to, like, tempo control us. Draw again. Nope. Orange Chant. We don't care about the orange chance, actually. Like, this slow strategy isn't going to work on us, because eventually we will pull a surprise on him. Back to negation. I think the time is now. I goofed. I forgot about the fucking orange chant. I should have just played the tap land. Yeah, we don't care about our graveyard. We're gonna full control, gamble, offer. Feel free to do whatever you want to that. Is bound by his mana right now. Yeah, we don't care about One Ring either. Alright, so I want to keep our treasures if possible. This is going to be a problem, I think, for the opponent. He's got 4 mana to deal with that, and we have double free counterspell. Okay. 3 mana. 1 mana. I think you're dead, my friend. Seven and 1. So we went 4 and 3 and 4 and 3 with the green black Balustrade Spy, and then we went 3 and 3 and 7 and 1 with Belcher. Open our loot, and then I'm gonna make some pizza. Ooh, that's fun. Nice. Love that. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm gonna get some dinner later.